keeps it up because the blues is something that people can't get rid of. Yeah. And if you ever have the blues, remember what I tell you. You'll always hear this in your heart. That's the blues. Now I want to tell you what you're doing. That woman named Mary, she go and stay out all night long. That woman named Mary, she would go and stay out all night long. Well, you know she wouldn't come back to the house until poor Lightning's blues was gone. Her name was Mary, you know, but she always see what she said. Know you got another man, Mary. That's why you treat me so unkind. I know you got another man, Mary. That's why you treat me so unkind. The blues gonna dwell with you. I can't get these blues off of my mind. They said why you do it, but I said blues. Oh, how much? If you make it a bit hard, baby, sleep and then call your Betty. If you make your bed hard, baby, sleep and then call your Betty. The blues just a funny feeling. And people call it a mighty bad disease. Yeah. Long time.
Never enough. Sam Lightning Hopkins, just an incredible blues player, the late, great Lightning Hopkins, one of the greatest performances that I've heard him do. I'm a big fan of Lightning Hopkins, and a lot of my earlier blues compositions and blues interpretations I've been told and later learned, actually, interesting story, that are very kind of reminiscent of that Lightning Hopkins style, where you are playing the melody and the rhythm and the bass all at the same time on the guitar. An incredible player, Lightning Hopkins. And it's just an honor and a pleasure to be able to present that to you here on the Andy Kimmel Show. That's what you're listening to right now, the best of singer-songwriters from the Cajun, folk, blues, zydeco, bluegrass world, singer-songwriters. And we don't get to every style of every music as much as we'd like to on this hour program, this hour presentation, but that's what we cover. And we also feature your music as well when we can. And if you're interested in having your music be part of our programming, then just drop an email to theandykimbleshow@gmail.com and include your contact info. We can even do a live interview with you over the internet or phone. If you're in the LA area, we can bring you into our studios here. It'd be a pleasure to have you on board. You know, it's been a real busy month. We haven't done this show, and then I'm thinking about it in quite a while. I'm still kind of getting over the experience I had this last month in January, mid-January at the NAMM Show, NAMM. It is the largest music industry show in the world. That's incredible. Over 1,500 manufacturers, distributors, agents, builders relating to the music industry, and over 3,500 products exhibited and showcased. Just an amazing, amazing conference, showcase of musicians, concerts, bands, networking, amazing seminars and educational sessions that go on throughout the entire 4-day conference. And I got to meet quite a few people there. Was also there on the day before the conference opened from here at the Andy Kimmel Show, and got to interview some fine builders, the manufacturers and representatives of those companies, and look forward to doing so again next January. Looking forward to also, they're having an event in July, an educational event. I'll talk to you about that as we get closer in, but we'll talk about the next event sponsored by the NAMM organization. If you are a musician or in any way relating to the music industry and what you do, I highly advise that you join NAMM. And this past year, for the first time, they opened it to the public, which they've never done before. You had to be in the industry. And if you join NAMM, they also, included in your membership, was a pass to the show. Incredible event. We'll talk about it some more, I'm sure, and actually preview some of the talent, some of the musicians that we saw there this past January on this show in upcoming episodes. But in the meantime, let's talk about this episode and play Love Has No Pride by Bonnie Raitt live, introduced by the late David Crosby.
I'd like to introduce to you my favorite singer in the world, and I'm totally serious. Is she there? Miss Bonnie Raitt.
David, I love you. Here we are 30 years later after being together on the No Nuke stage. So proud to be here tonight, part of this history. They asked me to sing this song with them, and I said anything for you guys. I've had bad dreams too many times to think that they don't mean much anymore. Fine times have gone, left my sad home, and the friends who once cared just walk out my door. Love has no pride when I call out your name. Love has no pride when there's no one left to blame. And I'd give anything to see you again. back again. I've heard you talk. Well, she's crazy to stay, but your love hurts me so. I don't care what you say. Love has no pride. When I call out your name, love has no pride. There's no one left to blame, and I'd give anything to see you again. If I could buy your love, I'd probably try, my friend. And if I could pray, my prayer would never end. And you want me to beg, I'll fall down on my knees, ask you to come back. I'd be pleading for you to come back, begging for you to come back to me. Love has no pride. When I call out your name, love has no pride. When there's only myself to blame, but I'd give anything to see you again. Yes, I would give anything to see you again.
Miss Bonnie Raitt.
When I won't back down, no, I won't back down. You can stand me up at the gates of hell, but I won't back down. Gonna stand my ground, I won't be turned around, and I'll keep this world from dragging me down. Gonna stand my ground, oh, and I won't back down. Hey, baby, there ain't no easy way out. Hey, I will stand my ground, and I won't back down. When I know what's right, I got just one life, and in a world that keeps on pushing me around, gonna stand my ground, whoa, and I won't back down. Hey, baby, there ain't no easy way out. Hey, I will stand my ground. Hey, baby, there ain't no easy way out. Hey, I will stand my
That was Dale and Bradley with the Tom Petty classic, I Won't Back Down, preceded by Bonnie Raitt, Love Has No Pride. It's a great, great song. And hope everybody's doing well, and hope you're all getting out there and supporting live local music wherever you might be in the world, whenever possible. That's really how we all in the industry survive, really, by playing concerts and having y'all come out and let us share the experience together. It's a wonderful thing to be able to do if you're able to make that happen in your life. And we couldn't do it without you folks who are so generous with your time and hard-earned dollars to support music, however you might do that. And now we're going to hear from a Canadian singer-songwriter, and his name is Dave Gunning, and the tune is called These Hands. I kind of like that song because I remember playing guitar a while back and on stage, and I started playing guitar when I was 7 or 8 years old, and I was a jet pilot for a while, a flight instructor, and I was involved in a business for a while that did real well. I sailing yachts, and do it all with my hands. And this song is called These Hands, and it's recorded at the Stan Rogers Festival, and this is Dave Gunning.
Here we go. I got so into playing the other guy's songs that I forgot I had to play next. Some hands have held the world together. Some hands have fought in wars forever. Tell me, what shall I do with these hands of mine? Some hands have blessed a million people. Some hands helped free the world from evil. Tell me, what shall I do with these hands of mine? What shall I do with these hands of mine? What shall I do with these hands of mine? The world could use a hero of the humankind. Tell me, what shall I do with these hands of mine? Some hands have blessed a million people. Actually, I already sang that one, sorry. Maybe I can't do it. Oh yeah, here we go. Go Dave. Actually, here's the verse here. Some hands can stop a life from dying. Some hands comfort a baby crying. So tell me, what shall I do with these hands of mine? What shall I do with these hands of mine? What shall I do with these hands of mine? The world could use a hero of the humankind. Tell me, what shall I do with these hands of mine? I want to sing it from my heart. I want to hear it in the wind. We can ask is for ours to be free, to use them when we want, for whatever the need. Some hands give voice to a nation. Some hands wrote the times they are changing. So tell me, what shall I do with these hands of mine? shall I do with these hands of mine? What shall I do with these hands of mine? The world could use a hero of the humankind. So tell me, what shall I do with these hands of mine? So tell me, what shall I do with these hands of mine?
Dave Gunning, These Hands, recorded in 2012 at the San Rogers Fest in Canada. Great singer-songwriter, just really terrific. Doesn't get down to the U.S. that often, but he does tour occasionally. Hey, one of my mentors, going back to the early 90s, a guy named Chris Smither. He's going to come out with his 20th album on May 3rd. Kind of a New Orleans feel to this one. And what I'm going to do is give you a preview of that album. Many of you might not have ever heard of Chris Smither. He started his career back in the 60s, actually, and been around just a real long time doing what he does, and he does it so well with his guitar, his tap and choose, and his songs. Just a true wordsmith with his lyrics. Just an incredible songwriter, incredible musician, one of my favorites, and of course, as I said, a mentor in the early stages of my career. 20th album's coming out May 3rd, and it's got kind of a New Orleans flavor to it, from what I understand. New Orleans was Chris Smither's birthplace, and he eventually ended up in Boston and became part of that singer-songwriter scene early on, greatly inspired by Eric Von Schmidt at the time. And let's take a preview of Chris's upcoming album by listening to an advanced single we have here called Down in the Troubadour. It features also David Goodrich. He's been producing Chris Smither for several years now on several projects. And also Rusty Bell is going to be singing backup vocals on this tune, which is called Down in the Troubadour. Is that how you pronounce it? I think so. Down in Troubadour. Chris Smither, recorded live, actually, in the studio as it was being recorded for the upcoming album. Great tune. Take a listen. Chris Smither.
Out west of New Orleans, out along a slow-moving bayou. There's a fishing camp I go to see the oldest friend I know. They call him Boudreaux. If you ever go and see him, something you should know. You never get there walking, hear me talking. You're gonna need a bateau. Down in Troubadour. When you get there, he'll be waiting with a fiddle made by Satan and a wicked bow. He will show you how to play it just as quick as you can say. That's what I want to know. Don't bring him any money, bring him beer instead. He looks a little strange, that ain't a possum on his head. That's a chapeau. Down in Troubadour. He'll be drinking beer by noon. He'll be smoking Picayune and stomping on the floor. Not right away, but pretty soon you'll be picking out a tune. He'll say, I told you so. He'll say, just listen, let me show you, get this through your head. I guarantee by Sunday you will knock them dead down at that Fado door. Down in Thibodeau. They'll say you're gonna be a star, you will drive a fancy car, you'll be spending free. But when you having all your fun and your song is number one, you better think of me. Yeah, no matter how big you get or far you go, yeah, there's still someone who knew you back when you were just a silly little crappo. Back down in Thibodeau. Down in Thibodeau.
Oh, down, way down, way down.
Back down in Thibodeau. Oh, if I were young again, I'd pay attention to that little known dimension, the taste of endless time. It's like water and it runs right through our fingers. The flavor of it lingers like a rich red wine. In those days we were single and we lived them one by one. Now we hardly see them, they don't walk, they run. I got plenty left, I've set my sight on. Don't wait up, leave the light on, I'll be home soon. Oh, I've never seen my life in such a hurry. But if I stop to worry, I get left behind. It's just a party, but you don't get invitations. There's just one destination, you better be on time. For years we rhymed in couplets, we sang them 2 by 2. Now we hardly rhyme at all, but here's a few. And if they hurt, there's bullets left to bite on. Don't wait up, leave the light on, I'll be home soon. Oh, that drummer in my head needs inspiration. There's a lack of syncopation and it holds me to a line. It's just so hard to leave these cages that we're thinking. By stages we just sink into a slow decline. For years we lived in waltz time and danced to 3 by 3. Now it's hard to dance, but if you stick with me, we got what we need to spend the night on. Don't wait up, leave the light on, I'll be home soon. Oh, these races that we've run were not for glory. No moral to the story. We run for peace of mind. But the race we're running now is never ending. Space and time are bending, and there's no finish line. I will live to be 100. I was born in 44. 31 to go, but I ain't keeping score. I've been left for dead before, but I still fight on. Don't wait up, leave a light on, I'll be home soon. 'Cause I've been left for dead before, but I still fight on. Don't wait up, leave the light on. I'll be home soon.
Chris Smither, Down in Troubadour, and also a tune from his an earlier album called I'm a Stranger Too. It was also recorded live, this particular version of it, the Power Room Sessions with Rusty Bell and also David Goodrich. And a great song, Leave the Light On, Chris Smither. And check out his new album coming out May 3rd. Chris Smither. Find him on the internet. Smither.com is his website. Let's move right along here, and I want to hear this song by the late Kate Wolf. No longer with us, died way too early, an amazingly talented singer-songwriter. This song's called Give Yourself to Love.
Kind friends all gathered round, there's something I would say, but what brings us together here has blessed us all today. Love has made a circle that holds us all inside, for strangers are as family, loneliness can't hide. You must give yourself to love, if love is what you're after. Open up your hearts to the tears and laughter and give yourself to love. Give yourself to love. I've walked these mountains in the rain, learned to love the wind. I've been up before the sunrise to watch the day begin. And I always knew I'd find you, though I never did know how. But like sunshine on a cloudy day, stand before me now. So give yourself to love, love is what you're after. Open up your hearts to the tears and laughter and give yourself to love. Give yourself to love. Love is born in fire, it's planted like a seed. Love can't give you everything, but it gives you what you need. And love comes when you are ready, love comes when you're afraid. It will be your greatest teacher, the best friend you have made. So give yourself to love, if love is what you're after. Open up your hearts to the tears and laughter and give yourself to love. Give yourself to love. Give yourself to love, if love is what you're after. Open up your hearts to the tears and laughter and give yourself to love. Give yourself to love.
We just lost sight of the Queensport light, down the baby for us, and the wind's blown some cold today with just a wee touch of snow. Along the shore from Lazy Head, hard to beam Half Island, tonight we let the anchor go down in Fogarty's Cove. My Sally's like a raven's wing, her hair's like her mother's, with hands to make quick work of a chore, and eyes like a cup of a stone. Come supper time she'll walk the beach, wrapped in my old duffel, with her eyes upon the masthead reach, down in Fogarty's Cove. She will walk the sandy shore so plain, watch the combers rolling, till I come to Wildrose chance again, down in Fogarty's Cove. She'll walk the sandy shore so plain, watch the combers rolling, till I come to Wildrose chance again, down in Fogarty's Cove. I'm away to sea, nags me when I'm with her. She'd rather ride a government job or maybe go on the dole. But I love her way as I put about and nose into the channel. My Sally cooks a supper and a bed for me down in Fogarty's Cove. She will walk the sandy shore so plain, watch the combers roll in, till I come to Wildrose chase again, down in Fogarty's Cove. She'll walk the sandy shore so plain, watch the combers roll in, till I come to Wildrose chase again, down in Fogarty's Cove.
Kate Wolf, Give Yourself to Love. Then we heard Stan Rogers, and of course we heard Dave Gunning earlier performing a song called These Hands at the Stan Rogers Festival, which is an annual event celebrating the life of that amazingly just talented singer-songwriter also, who's no longer with us. He died as a result of an airplane accident in 1983, an Air Canada airline accident. It just landed and caught fire, and he unfortunately did not survive. He's just wonderful. His brother, Garnett Rogers, is a singer-songwriter as well, who tours frequently, has a number of albums out. We featured Garnett on this show previously. Check out Garnett Rogers as well. So I think maybe we'll do is put in a tune by somebody you all probably know. As a matter of fact, the next two artists on our show here, on the Andy Kimmel Show, are folks that you are very familiar with, I'm sure. As a matter of fact, I'm not even going to tell you who they are. We'll just go ahead and play their songs.
shoe. Come on, Bala, go to see one of our good friends on the Texas.
Didn't get to sleep that night till the morning came around. Set out running, but I take my time. Friend of the devil is a friend of mine. I get home before daylight, just might get some sleep tonight. Ran into the devil, babe. He loaned me 20 bills. Spent the night in Utah in a cave up in the hills. Set out running, but I take my time. Friend of the devil is a friend of mine. I get home before daylight, just might get some sleep tonight. Ran down to the levee, but the devil caught me there. Took my $20 bill and vanished in the air. Set out running, but I take my time. Friend of the devil is a friend of mine. I get home before daylight, just might get some sleep tonight. Why I cry a wage lonely night. First one's named Sweet Anne Marie, she's my heart's delight. Second one is Prison Babe, sheriff's on my trail. If he catches up with me, you know I'll spend my life in jail. Got a wife in Chino, baby, one in Cherokee. First one says she got my child, but it don't look like me. Said out running, but I take my time. Friend of the devil is a friend of mine. I get home before the daylight, just might get some sleep tonight.
That was wonderful. Jerry, good to see you again. Thank you very much for being here. Jerry Garcia. David, pleasure to meet you. David Grisman, sounded wonderful. We'll be right back. Thank you, folks.
This is called Arrowhead. Mama, if you could see me now, I'm not the boy you knew in Macon town. They found a uniform about my size. It's a little big, I guess, but that's all right. Mama, if you could see me now. Mama, they're treating me right well. The men all say I brought this good luck spell. I am the mascot of the 3rd Brigade. I will not march unless I lead the way. Mama, they're treating me right well. And Mama, I do not have a gun. I'm only lucky when I'm banging on my drum. But I I skinned a rabbit for the cook last night. He said that I could keep his Bowie knife. Mama, I do not have a gun. And Mama, I lost my arrowhead. It was big enough to strike a bobcat dead. It must have fallen when I climbed that tree. Yankee fires as far as I could see. Mama, I lost my arrowhead. Are falling in. We must move while we've still got the wind. The scouts are fanning out like whippoorwills. Today we're marching over Bloody Hill. Mama, the troops are falling in. Mama, I never thought I'd run. Something happened when I saw those Yankees come. Now I've been running now for a week or two, too ashamed to run back home to you. Mama, I never thought I'd run. Oh, Mama, I never thought I'd run. Oh, Mama, I never thought I'd run. Thank you very much. You got to run.
Of course, we heard the Rolling Stones recorded live. Great song. Kind of wanted to get the Stones in there. My favorite rock and roll bands, one of their more folky kind of songs, like you can say, Sweet Virginia. And then we also heard Jerry Garcia and Stephen Grossman recorded live, and that was followed by Richard Chandel live at the Shrewsbury Festival over in the UK, and that was a song called Arrowhead. We'll keep the music rolling right along here. I'm going to do a tune that I recorded, and it's a Chris Smither song. Since we were talking about Chris and his upcoming new album release May 3rd, I figured we'll put a couple more Chris Smither songs into the mix during this program. This tune is called Lonely Time.
Tell me I can live without you, and you tell me let the good times roll. You tell me I can live as half a man, but loving you has made me whole. There was a time when I could sing to you, living the life I could bring to you. But I sat down and sing a lonely song. God knows I never knew it would last so long. Now the days dressed in gray, they came home to stay. They wrapped their cold arms all around. Graveyard flowers lost in gray showers, and all my leaves are turning brown. The way home is all I need to know, and all I hear is I told you so. The time has come to find me now. The
Do you know that all the love I show has been around the world, no place else to go? Indeed I do. I've seen it before. Do you hear that all the sounds I fear, just the echoes left by what I thought was dear? Well, indeed I do. All that and more. Why does all this heartbreak call me lovingly? How does it know how to open my door? Well, you taught it how, and what you still allow to keep the keys. We'll use them even now. They come to call on you. They'll haunt you for sure. Yes, they will call on you. They'll haunt you for sure. Do you see that all the parts of me that I thought made me real could never set me free? Indeed I do. Most of the time. Do you know that all the grief I show is just the weight of thoughts that ought to let me go? Well, indeed I do. Most of it's mine. How did you see all I do from way downtown? Why did I think I should try it alone? It's just the nature of things. Everybody sings these little solo songs. They are the bridge that brings you back where you belong, where I've been waiting in line, back where you belong, where I've been standing in line.
Chris Smither, Deed I Do, preceded by Lonely Time, performed by yours truly. And we're going to put one more tune in the show before we bid you all a good day, a good evening, good morning, wherever it might be in the particular time zone in your corner of the world. This is the Andy Kimmel Show. Thank you all very much for tuning in, enjoying the music. Hope you're enjoying the music with us as we enjoyed presenting it. And we try to get on here every week. Usually it's a Wednesday or Thursday show that we actually do live in the studio. And our live number, by the way, if you want to get in touch with us during the show, is 515-605-9888. Email the show at theandykimbleshow@gmail.com. Musicians, please send us your tunes. We'd be glad to incorporate them in our programming. Give us your contact info. Send us your bio, your upcoming gigs, where you're playing, and so forth. And if you give us your phone number, we could contact you and potentially do an interview as well, as we have previously on the show. If you're coming to the Los Angeles area or based in California, we can have you come into our LA studios and we can have you perform here live as our guest, which would be a pleasure to be able to do. So get in touch with us, theandykimbleshow@gmail.com. This is Killing the Blues. Killing the Blues. I've got several recordings of that great song written by Roland Sally. And check YouTube, Spotify, Andy Kimmel, Killing the Blues. It's one of my, I think it's to this day. I started playing that song in the early 90s, and I think it's still one of my most popular requested tunes. It's fun to play. It's a great, great song. There's also, if you're interested in learning how to play that tune, similar to how I just performed it on the show, go to YouTube, Andy Kimmel, and I give some coaching, guitar coaching, instruction on how you play in open tuning using that song as a basis. We're going to finish up today's show with a song called Katie. I think Katie is actually referred to my sister by a guy named Kurt Chapardi out of Philadelphia. Kurt, God, I don't know what it is about this show, but Kurt is unfortunately also no longer with us. He's a friend of ours. I was able to join him in the studio for a couple of his tunes early on. I think 1982, actually, when we recorded this song, not this version of it, and another song called Blow You North Wind. I wonder if I can find that somewhere and put it on the show. And Kurt was a great guy, and boy, was he a talent, kind of similar to Gordon Lightfoot in a way. But this is recorded live in his band, I think late 70s, mid-70s, early 80s, called Hearthstone. And one of the members of that band is still active in the singer-songwriter folk scene in Philadelphia, a guy named Rob Lincoln. So check Rob out. We might even have him as a guest on the show looking ahead. I just thought of that. I want to invite Rob to come on the program. Also involved in the Philadelphia Folk Song Society. And yes, they're having another Philadelphia Folk Festival in August. We'll talk about that in a future date as well. We thought that perhaps they weren't going to be doing it anymore after last year's cancellation, but yes, they are. Yes, they are. So stay tuned for info about the Philadelphia Folk Festival 2024. Good evening, folks. We'll see you. This has been a great time. Thanks for joining us. Here's Kurt Chapardi with Hearthstone. The song's called Katie.
Katie, my heart never stops. You sing me a song while I'm sowing my crop. You send me a postcard, a picture and stride of a boy and his teacher pointing up to the skies. Away, see the sun in their eyes. The boy and his teacher pointing up to the skies. Oh, see the teacher told the boy while they embrace. The senses to see the emotions they chase. Let's see with your heart.